Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Okay? Nothing. Nothing changed. Except I'm more heartbroken than I was before. I got a new mic. Let me know. Let me know how it sounds. Let me share the live here. Let's get that going. And we'll talk about Super Bowl. Talk about some of the Snarky fans in a fun way. We're not gonna, not in a mean way or anything like that. Who would ever do something like that? You know what I mean? But I hope you guys are doing good. That All-Star game was boring. Awfully boring. You know what I mean? But that's pretty much the All-Star games nowadays. They're awfully boring. What was it? The final score 2-11 to something like okay. It's kind of like honestly, not just the All-Star games, but like all these players dropping 60 every other day. Like, it's just boring at this point. I'm definitely in my old man era right now. Definitely in my old man era. All right, what up, Jack? Bang bang. Tired of these storms. Tornado threat. Dang. Yeah, it's raining over here, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I love the rain, honestly, especially when I can just chill at home. I don't mind it. How's the microphone, by the way? I have this new microphone. I was gonna use my old one this week because this wasn't set up yet, but then I couldn't find the cord for it because I had like thrown it away, basically. Not thrown it away, but I like tucked it away somewhere. So I had to set up this scramble. It's not really where I want it, but whatever. Also, it's not set up right either, but I got a new webcam finally. I know I had talked about it a little bit. It's probably a little clearer. It definitely looks better on my end. So, yeah, stepping things up. Stepping things up, kids. Stepping things up. I'm still trying to share this. I'm sorry. I know it takes forever, but if I had an assistant. Imagine me with an assistant. Oh my God. What a mess that would be. What a mess that would be. All right. That's all good. That is all good. Yeah, man. So, hey, it's been a week and I'm still devastated. Gabe heard you say old man era, and now he keeps saying him too. Dude, Gabe is half my age. He can relax. What up, Mitchell? He can't say that because I'm older than him. Yeah, tell him knock it off. All these holding videos are making it worse. In a one-play game, all these blatant holds and free first downs make this loss more painful for me. Yeah. Plus, no football on Sunday sucks. I agree. Mike sounds good, but your video is a little choppy, laggy, slower. That sucks. All right, it's definitely not set up right. I was not ready. For the switch over, the changeover, but I just kind of had to do it. Is it decent enough, or should I restart? Is it decent enough to get through this week? What do you guys think? This football season went by fast. Can't wait for baseball season. I'm getting more and more excited for baseball season. So next season is our best and last chance to win it all. This window, yes. You can never fully give up though. I'll get into that in a bit too. I'm posting it for you on Facebook right now. Thanks, Jack. Man, Super Bowl hurts. You excited about Kung Fu Panda Part 2 with Pablo coming back? I am. I hope he actually I know he just got released from 2 different Mexican teams or whatever, so who knows how well he'll play, but wouldn't that be cool if he just like was a nice little bench piece, hit a couple doubles off the bench. Barely noticeable. All right, cool. Camera looks super clear. Good. You can see all my pores. Went to bed right after the Super Bowl. I slept for 3 days like the Family Guy Stewie meme. Niners fans just got it. Yeah, it was, bro. Besides losing a family member, it's basically the worst feeling in the world for me. You know what I mean? Like, I posted a video, a reel, and a TikTok you guys might have seen, but it feels like this blanket of dread that you cannot take off. Like, in that moment when they threw that touchdown, it just felt like there was something on me, like my skin was crawling. I wish I didn't care so much, but I do. It's all I got, folks. It's all I got. I got nothing else going on. You know what I mean? Just mind blowing that when I wasn't alive, Niners didn't lose a bowl since I've been alive there. Dude, it's crazy. Gabe, cut it out. Yeah, man, it doesn't seem very long ago that I used to use that as trash talk. We never lost the Super Bowl. We're 5-5 and 5-4-5, and now it's the opposite. Like going into the 2013 Super Bowl against the Ravens, I thought there was no way we could lose. We never lost one before. How are we ever gonna lose? Explain that to me. There's no data to suggest that we'll ever lose a Super Bowl. That was how I felt. And now it's been just 3 times kicked in the teeth. And it's crazy. I'll always know that feeling, that dread, that dark cloud that appears in that last moment when it's over. And when it's officially over, there's nothing you can do. And that moment, it was as soon as they hiked it on that play, and I saw who was it again? Was it Hardman that caught that? I don't remember. Like, I tried to just not even remember, but like as soon as he ran out to the flats and I saw we had nobody low, I was like, it's over. It's over. Like, I remember when the Warriors lost to the Cavs, and I just remember that last few seconds when it was officially over. I remember it wasn't a specific moment. It was just an overall collapse. But the 2002 World Series, we were 5 outs away from winning it all, and just collapsed for 12 innings. And so I'll never forget that feeling. It's the worst. But is it better to get there and lose than not get there at all? Usually when I'm not in a hangover like this, usually I think it is. Like, I'd rather get there and lose. I'd rather have the hope. I'd rather, enjoy the ride, because the ride was fun. The championship game was awesome. Going with my brother and doing that video, it was awesome. But it's like, the higher you climb, the bigger the fall. Gabe, you're ridiculous. Love how Kyle kept throwing to Debo after the injury. Gabe, you've lost every Super Bowl. What's up, Josie? Our mayor says the A's should stay. Yeah, that's been going around. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hope we come back strong. It's just hard getting in the bowl. My bro, that's why I'm upset. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. It's the worst. Jeremiah Fuentes, what's up, man? What about the live stream? We talk about random stuff, sports, I guess, if that's your question. I'm just a guy that does silly videos. No big deal. Not a big deal at all. I'd rather have a 7-9 year than lose like that to cheaters. That's hard to say, man, because like the playoffs was so fun, like I'm always happy that like the championship game video I did, it was that's a memory I'll never forget. It was awesome. What's your thoughts on lemonade? I like lemonade. It gives me heartburn though. So if I have lemonade, I definitely need to take an antacid with it because I'm in my old man era. All right, how's your day going? My day is going decently. Decently. How's your day going? And where are you from? Uh, Snarky fan. Yeah, we'll get to that. It's just some fun stuff I was gonna talk about. The Super Bowl, man. Like, I felt like Brock didn't play terribly, but he didn't elevate either. Obviously, the big problem was the O line. Defense played great most of the game, but I just hate the fact that in crunch time, we played the softest of soft zones, the softest zone against Mahomes, who's maybe one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever pick apart a zone. That's his bread and butter. And it was just such a terrible mistake. And, losing Greenlaw. And you keep, like Mitchell said earlier, like watching the breakdowns just makes it so much worse. Like that 3rd and 4 at the end, when Chris Jones was not blocked. Like we don't block their best player is crazy. We had 2 wide open receivers in the end zone. Like watching that is just like, oh. But I don't want to say the window's closed. We're probably losing a lot of people, but none of them are huge factors. I think they're replaceable, and I trust this front office to find people that'll replace them. So we'll see. Mine's going all right, and I'm from Connecticut. I'm from just south of San Francisco. I've never been to Connecticut. You have to tell me some cool places to explore so I can do videos in Connecticut. That would be cool. I am hopefully going to the East Coast in the next few weeks to film some stuff. We're making chicken tacos. What should I drink with them? Alcohol is not an option. Chicken tacos. Dude, I'm addicted to soda, so I just always say soda. So, I don't know. Sparkling water. How about that? Get the fancy, overpriced kind, too. Wilkes was fired in week 7. I mean, he should have been out the door. When they forced him down to the field from the booth, they should have just let him go then. You know what I mean? Greenlaw, though, to go out like that was tough. That's heartbreaking. No rollouts, bootlegs. He was just, bro, that's what I said. That's what I was saying. Like, it is crazy to me that Brock's biggest weakness is the batted passes. The linemen all know, throw your hands up, you have a good chance of batting it down, right? And he's a smaller guy. So, like, he needs to study. Like, he needs to study Drew Brees, Jeff Garcia, Doug Flutie, those guys who got the ball around. And we need to move him more if he's going to have that issue. If we just keep him in the pocket, that's always going to be an issue. And especially the 49ers, we have such a great history of bootlegs. Like that, dude, bootlegs won us how many Super Bowls? Like Steve Young rolling out, especially as a lefty, because the defenses weren't used to him rolling out that way. Like Montana was great at bootlegs and rollouts. Young was, Garcia was, Alex Smith was. Like Brock needs to roll out more, and we see what he's capable of when he's able to, freestyle a little bit. So, yeah, man. I got emotional watching the 49ers lose the Super Bowl. I don't watch football. I'm not a fan of the team. What does this mean for me? It means you're a growing boy. That's what it means. Rotten Groton. Is that the nickname of the base or something? Bosa held on 3 crucial thirds. The holds that they didn't... The fact that the Chiefs have never been called for a holding penalty in 3 Super Bowls is cooking the books. You know what I mean? And I hate the fact that Taylor Swift just got into football and already gets a Super Bowl celebration. It's not fair. It's not fair. Burks held final drive. The refs called Trent. I know Trent 2 in a row was crazy. You're in my old man era, and I'm in my broke boy era. My question is, what makes you think I can afford expensive sparkling water? Come on, Gabe. You're the most popular YouTuber west of the Mississippi. You have money. 7 NFC champ games and 3 Super Bowls, 0 trophies. How to cope? If you're a drinker, drink a lot. I don't drink, so I won't say that. No, seriously though, I was gonna throw out a lot of jokes, but I'll be serious. Like, it's part of being a fan. Like I said in the video I posted on TikTok and Instagram, like, you just got to keep getting up. You know, it's like that Rocky Balboa speech. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you get hit and keep getting up, right? And the way I see it, like as far as the window closing, I mean it hurts, bro. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. It kills me. It still kills me. 2002 World Series still kills me. Like it all kills me. But you know, you think about like the window closing, like the Eagles in the 2000s were so good, so stacked. They had Andy Reid, incredible team. I mean, Hall of Famers like Brian Dawkins, like just a great, incredible, well-rounded team. Besides the receivers, other than the year they had T.O., that was always their weakness. But like Brian Westbrook, they had Deuce Staley before that. Incredible teams, and they just kept coming up short. And then the team switches, you know, Andy Reid's gone eventually, you know, the Michael Vick era, Deshaun Jackson era, and all this. And then they finally get into the Carson Wentz / Nick Foles era, and they get over the hump. And that's a totally different window. So you got to use that as an example that if you're a fan of the sport, that's part of it. You know, the heartbreak is part of it. Like I've said in videos before, like if it wasn't for defeat, victory wouldn't be so sweet. So, yeah. But, oh man, does it suck though, huh? Does it suck or what? Go Seahawks. Nice. I'm from Connecticut. I have no problem with the way we called the game. I have a problem with the way the refs called the game. I mean, yeah, you know, the Niners did mess up a lot though. You know, we made a lot of mistakes, so it definitely wasn't our best game. What's up, Jennifer? More people watch us lose than watch mankind land on the moon. That's crazy. Head referee is a jinx. What's up, Wes? Montana stayed in the pocket a lot, but Joe, a tall fella. Yeah, but I mean, Montana rolled out a lot too. Like, but yeah, he didn't roll out as much as Young, but he definitely was able to. And we saw like when Brock is able to roll out or I just love the way he scrambles because he does it sort of like a Montana or Young. Like he keeps his head upfield and like it doesn't abandon the play. When a lot of quarterbacks will basically abandon the play to just try to find a running lane. Fumbles, first and longs, questionable play calling, unpreparedness. Yeah. The like overtime rules thing, that's an embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. 7.3 million new women viewers thanks to Travis's girlfriend. I know. Togs Casino, what up? It could be worse. We can be the Browns. No, that's, you know, I said that before. I've actually said that for Giants fans that complain because we don't sign like all the big free agents. Like we really can't complain. We have it good. You know, when you think about like using baseball as an example, like the Rockies have never been to the World Series. They've never won their division. Like, could you imagine being a fan of a team for 30 years and they never win the division, not once? So yeah, we really can't complain as much as it hurts. You know, at least we have fun. The journey is fun. The destination has sucked for the last 25 years, but the journey's been fun. Thoughts about Pete Carroll coming to the Niners? I don't think he will. And I feel like his I mean, he was a great defensive coordinator, but how outdated is his thinking is my main issue. And how is his ego? How would his ego be? Same with Bill Belichick. Like if he came to be a coordinator, would they be able to? Because you know Shanahan's a control freak. He wants to control everything. So like, would Pete Carroll be able to slow down on the gum chewing? You know what I mean? If you could you try and find an abandoned baseball stadium? Coming very soon. Editing now. I filmed it a long time ago, but I had to wait to put it out. But I am editing one of those right now. Yeah. Dylan, tell me, all these years of being a 49ers fan, pouring all your heart and soul into this team, the fans need to know, what's your next hair color? I'm actually probably gonna cut my hair. I'm probably gonna shave my head soon. I was gonna do it this week, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard when your hair is like super long and stuff. It's hard to like make the decision to cut it, you know. But I mean, it's red right now. I could go orange for the Giants. I don't know. We'll see. Shanahan made 0 adjustments. Yeah, man. Shanahan, like, sometimes it's probably youth because, you know, he's still pretty young, and those are things he has to learn. Like, perfect example is Andy Reid. Like, Andy Reid, one of the big knocks against him was clock management. When he was with the Eagles, his clock management was atrocious. I feel like they lost that Super Bowl against the Patriots because of his clock management, and he figured it out. It hasn't been an issue for years, and now he is the coach of a dynasty. That's the only person with the Chiefs that I'm happy for is Andy Reid. I love Andy Reid, but the rest, I'm bitter right now. You know, I'm bitter. Fan of getting Vrabel. So actually, Vrabel would probably be my choice, honestly. He's still available. I think we should at least talk to him. And I feel like Vrabel doesn't. This is literally just me pulling this out of my behind, but I don't feel like Vrabel necessarily has the ego that a Pete Carroll or Belichick would. Refs called every penalty except the Chiefs holding. I know, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Chiefs fans keep saying Niners held all game. I'm like, yeah, we got penalized for it. Yeah, at least I called it. Good luck on the editing. Thanks, man. And I got an awesome abandoned video coming out this Tuesday that I'll talk to in a little bit. Talk about in a little bit. Sierra College in Rockland. I barely see any videos from the 49ers training camp. That would be cool. Do you need tickets or anything? Or wait, do they still even go up there? They don't, right? Early? What's the earliest camp? I can't remember what it's called. They don't go up there anymore. Oh, speaking of their old practice facility, I think they're partially tearing it down, and I'm bummed because I was going to do an episode there in Redwood City, which is my hometown. Live stream earlier, you mentioned how you were starting to get really excited for baseball season. Will you be going to Giants opening day? If so, will there be a video? Probably not opening day. I like Andy Reid. These guys I like to have a meal with. Yeah. Asking for a friend. Probably not opening day. Are you going to opening day? So with the Super Bowl, snarky fans like in times like this are always funny to me, and like it doesn't bother me. Like if you guys watched my live stream right after the game last week, like there was someone in there like trying like laughing, just a bunch of laughing emojis. Like it doesn't bother me at all. Like I love sports trash talk. I just want it to be like clever and funny. It only annoys me when it's just like not humorous or like not like witty. But it's funny to me how people will like basically have such double standards and contradictions, or like they will like dismiss their own team or their own actions or their own feelings. Like they almost, other fans will act like their team never loses or that they were never sad about a game. Like every team loses at some point, you know, but people in the moment, people act like it was only this team and they're stupid fans that lost. And I just feel like that is so hilarious when you think about it. And you know, I got a lot of friends that are Raiders fans. They've been in some episodes and stuff, and you know, not all of them, but there were some Raiders fans that were like almost celebrating. And I thought that was so like funny to just like you're putting all your history aside to celebrate, right? Because like the Raiders, that was their field. So the 49ers and the Chiefs were playing on their field. 49ers and Chiefs logos are painted in their end zones, right? And then the 49ers lose and they're like laughing, celebrating. Like, bro, your biggest rival since the AFL days just cemented their dynasty on your field, and you're happy about it because a team that some of your friends from the same area are fans of them. I just feel like that is so funny. When you really think about it. That's like bro, I'm telling you, what the thing is, I don't hate the Raiders. It, like I said in my old video when went to a Raiders game, like I don't hate the Raiders hate me. Like if the Raiders and Cowboys were playing in the Super Bowl, I'm all for the Raiders. I will never. To me, the Cowboys are our biggest rival. I know, most in the NFL, most big rivals are like in the division. I guess for most sports, it's usually in the division. But to me, the Cowboys and Niners are the perfect rivalry. Like, we don't play all the time, so when we do play, it's special. When we do play, a lot of times it's in the playoffs. It's Texas versus California. That's a classic matchup. It's red and gold and blue and silver. They're both like Wild West themed, Cowboys and Miners. Miner, not OR. Okay. I don't know. It's just like a perfect matchup. You had, two dynasties taking away Super Bowls from each other, basically. Those championship games were like the real Super Bowls. So just because I have some friends that are Raiders fans, I would never like root against the Raiders especially if they were at Levi's Stadium. I had to watch the Cowboys cement a dynasty on my field. Bro, no. Let's go Raiders. Like, no way. So the fans like that just totally contradict themselves, have double standards, act like they've never lost a game before. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just so funny to me. Some of the people that just threw away all their integrity to try to like get under my skin was hilarious. But look, that's part of the game. Part of the game. You got to lose. 31 fan bases every year have to feel those effects. So that was not sponsored, by the way. I just needed a snack earlier. This guy I'd like to have a meal with as my friend. I've been rocking in '94. They're in Stockton for a while. Yeah, so it's just, for some reason I was thinking they did like the first like mini camp for like the first week or two elsewhere, and then they came to Levi's, but I guess that's not how it is anymore. Because I know like back, I think when I was a kid, they would do Rockland, and then they would come down to the practice facility at Redwood City, if I remember right. I don't know. I don't remember. New Park Mall is abandoned. Man, I used to love New Park Mall. We used to get airbrush shirts there and stuff. Both opening days. Wow, look at you. Look at you, big baller Gabe. Greatest YouTuber the world's ever seen. My neighbor, a Titans fan, has the nerve to talk. Yeah, bro, like, come on. How is a Titans fan gonna talk? Bro. Yeah. Clay is not happy. Raiders are going to celebrate no matter who lost. Yeah, I mean, that's how they are. Rooted for Bengals over Lambs? Yeah, so did I. For sure. For sure. Because I don't watch any football teams. I wouldn't want my best friend Dylan team losing the playoffs. Thanks, Gabe. That's so kind of you. Even though you did try to make little jabs at me. That's fine, though. It's fine. That's part of the game. I love it. I love the sports trash talk. I love it. Live in Vegas. Can't see any reason I'd root for them. There are a lot of Cowboys fans in the Bay Area because, bro, believe it or not, there's a great amount out here in NYC. Yeah, so my generation, we were kids in the 90s, right? So, like, there was a lot of kids who they just wanted to go against the grain. They wanted to be different. They wanted to be contrarians. So they would become Cowboys fans because they were a really good team. Same with, like, there's a ton of Lakers fans because when we were kids, the Warriors were god-awful. And, the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq and won 3 in a row. And, to me, that's disloyal. But you do you. I've been a fan of the teams I was assigned to at birth by where I'm from, and that's just the way I see it. Uh, I've been a Warriors fan since I was a little kid. They were terrible. I remained a fan, and it was all worth it because of Wardell Stephen Curry showed up and proved us all wrong. Um, like for example, I got into basketball because of Michael Jordan. Like every kid, like I used to watch the Jordan propaganda tapes, and I wanted all the Jordan shoes. Obviously, he was the biggest thing in the world, but even as a kid, I was like, but I'm not from Chicago. I've never been to Chicago. Why would I be a Bulls fan? So that's when I learned, like, okay, our local team is the Golden State Warriors. I'm a Warriors fan. Um, but so there's a lot of Cowboys fans here and everywhere, basically. If you're like in the age range of like 30 to 45, and you're a contrarian and you just want to try so hard to be different, you became a Cowboys fan. Talking to a coworker who's a Raiders fan, she was rooting against us. In my mind, I was like, "You're probably not a legit Raiders fan if you don't know the history." Exactly. Yeah. Don't like, bro. Like it's so crazy. If you know any sports history, it is insane that a Raiders fan would root for the Chiefs over the 49ers. It's insane. They absolutely do not know anything about sports or sports history. They've been rivals since the AFL. Like that. No. Yeah. As a Raiders fan, I can't speak for all of us, but I was going to troll whoever lost the game. Yeah, I mean, look, troll and have fun. Absolutely. Like every team that loses a big game deserves the memes and the kick them while they're down a little bit. Like be respectful, right? I always talk about I love sports trash talk, but don't make it personal. Don't like attack people personally. Have fun with it. It's part of the game. It makes the game fun. I love to joke around with friends that are fans of other teams and stuff. And it's never personal, but like, yeah. So I expected jokes regardless. It's not the jokes or make fun of us. Cool. It's the fact that the people doing the making fun of just do not know sports, which is funny. You got Nat saying struggle comment all the time. Yeah, that's my favorite, man. When you can just tell someone's trying so hard to find something negative to say. It's like, oh, you really reached for that one. Raiders and Chiefs, Packers and Bears, Niners, Cowboys have to be the biggest rivals in NFL history. Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that like people would switch that up just because to me the Raiders and Niners rivalry is a nonsense rivalry. Like who cares? Like we both played near each other. Like it's such a weird reason to hate a team. I don't hate the Raiders. I think they have a cool history. Obviously their uniforms are dope. Like they got a classic look, classic branding. I really appreciate everything Al Davis did for the sport before he just like started just, messing with his own fan base and not caring about his fan base and got real crazy at the end and would not give up the GM role and really basically drove that team into the dirt and the fan base. But I appreciate all the things he did early on. We need dreamers like that. Like I said in a few live streams ago when we talked about Steve Ballmer and what the Clippers are doing with their arena in LA, you need those figures in sports that push the boundaries and think big and have crazy ideas. So I appreciate Al Davis. Appreciate the history of the Raiders. The AFL, like that history is sick to me. Like I love all that. So just the fact that the Raiders played across the bridge is I don't care. I got into struggle comments because of Dylan. Being a Warriors fan, I loved it when we won the finals back in 2015. Bro, it was the best, man. Never thought I'd see it. I know it's weird, but being a Jersey boy, I grew up Jets and Niners. Been through nothing but pain since I was little. Bro, Jets is rough, man. I would love to see the Jets. I was hoping, I was hoping this season with Aaron Rodgers, they were finally going to turn it around. And I'm telling you, that Hard Knocks, I don't know if you watched it, but Hard Knocks, I drank the Kool-Aid on the Jets. I was like, and Robert Saleh's over there, right? So, like, I was really rooting for the Jets this year, and then what is it? 3 plays in, Aaron Rodgers goes down. That was rough. Jets might be cursed. Maybe Jimmy Hoffa is buried under the stadium, the old Meadowlands. Dude, Curtis Martin was dope. I loved Curtis Martin from the Central Valley. Sorry, I mixed NorCal and SoCal teams. I get that. Everyone has their own story. I'll break down the way I see fandom, right? I feel like you're assigned teams based on where you're from. That's how I feel. Now, if that's not how it is, cool. I'm not God, right? I'm not the God of sports. But I also feel like fandom, you kind of get like merit badges. It's like being a Boy Scout and you get merit badges, right? So like for Niner fans, right? The OGs that got to see the Niners way back in the days at Kezar, if you saw them at Kezar, you have a Kezar Stadium merit badge. If you saw them at Candlestick, you have a Candlestick merit badge. Like all these things kind of build your fandom, and it's fun to compare. You know what I mean? So, and it's not a knock on people that don't have those merit badges. It's just it's cool to see, and this is all like make believe. This is all in my head, right? But it's the way I think about it. So like if I talk to a fan and he's like, yeah, I went to Kezar as a kid, I watched the Niners, then I had season tickets at Candlestick, and now here I am at Levi's. Like to me, they're like a decorated like general. You know what I mean? Like they have like the things on, like the uniform on with the badges and the medals. So that's kind of how I see sports. So like if you're from the area that a team's from, or you're from the city a team's from, then I feel like that's a merit badge you get to wear. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if that's a weird way to look at it, but I enjoy looking at it like that. Born and raised here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm faithful. Niners for life. Salute everyone in the chat. What's up, Juan and Dunn? Yeah, that makes sense, man. If you're from a place that didn't have a team, everyone's gonna have their own like lineage, their own journey. You know what I mean? But to me, I feel like I was born on the peninsula south of San Francisco. So for me, what's the closest team? Oh, we're like literally I was born in the city that the 49ers headquarters was in Redwood City when I was a kid, right? So like I didn't have a choice. Like I would be disloyal to who I am and where I'm from if I was a fan of any other team. That said, if the team moved out of the Bay Area or Northern California, I'm done. A team to me is a culture and a fan base and a legacy. And when you move, I feel like you rip that out and you don't get to keep that. If that makes sense. So if the Niners left, I'm no longer a Niner fan. They betrayed me. Because the culture of the 49ers begins here. And it's stretched all over the world. There's Niner fans all over the world. Awesome, like, 49ers groups and stuff, like, in different cities. Like, shout out the Houston Niners. Like, they're awesome. So, that culture begins and ends, at Kezar and Candlestick in Levi's. And if you rip that out, you're ruining it. Battle of the Bay is over. I hate y'all a little less now. I feel that. What's up, man? I remember you from last week with the Fire Josh badge. I like that. Favorite sports tradition is watching the Cowboys lose in January. I mean, yeah, sometimes even earlier than that, depending on scheduling. Actually, with the extra week, it's always January now. I remember, speaking of like sports trash talk, I made a meme that some of my Raiders friends were upset with years ago. This is like 2011. It was a meme, and it was some guy at a Raiders game with like a skeleton mask, and he looked kind of like shocked. He was like looking like, and it said like Raiders fans be like, there's football in January. And then I made another one that said there's football in February. Like, and I have fun with stuff like that. That's the kind of trash talk I like, that it's not like you're not insulting anyone personally, you're just having fun with it. Lots of Niners fans in NYC and northern New Jersey. Yeah, I mean, Niners fans were a dynasty. You're going to have, whenever you have a dynasty, you see it with Warriors. Bro, you know how many fans the Warriors have in, like, the Philippines? It's insane. So I joined, like, on Facebook years ago. I joined, like, some, Warriors fan groups or whatever. And it was, like, 80% Filipinos. Bro, they love the Warriors in the Philippines. But yeah, so when you have a dynasty, you're gonna have fans all over. I mean, every team kind of has fans all over, but especially like that's why the Niners fan base is so big. That's why as Niner fans we can't totally complain because it's like, bro, we got such a great history and legacy and fan base all over the world. Like I know damn near any city I go to, I can meet up with amazing Niner fans. Super Bowl belongs in Vegas. City was lit for a week. It's awesome to see. I'm really proud of my city. Everyone went all out. Traffic sucked, but we used to that. Bro, like honestly, it seemed great. Like it seemed like a perfect place for a Super Bowl. And I don't want them to like only do the Super Bowl in one place. Like I don't want them to have a designated place. Especially if it's at the Raiders home cuz it's kind of like it feels like an advantage for the Raiders in a way. I don't know. It's like every year they get an event, whether they're there or not. Like that doesn't seem fair. And I like the fact that the Super Bowl moves around. I wish they'd move it around a little more and we get like a snow game every once in a while. But it did seem like the perfect place for a Super Bowl. Best CMC and Brees Hall. Man, CMC, man. Good thing that's not happening to anyone anytime soon. Imagine if the A's did that to me. That would be crazy. I'm sorry, Gabe. But you know I'm fighting right along with you. When did you ever do a Baltimore Colts move again? Just pack up and leave. That's wild. I know, man. I mean, didn't even the Sonics kind of like left quickly, didn't they? And there was another team that almost did that, and they didn't. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, it's messed up, man. I feel like if teams have a cemented legacy in a place, they shouldn't be allowed to leave. Raiders will leave one day. Vegas should get Sunday night football teams if they do. That would be cool. That's a cool idea. Like every Sunday night football in Vegas. That'd be cool. Being NFC West champs, who you seeing as competition next 5 years? In the NFC West? The thing is, like, the Seahawks had a lot of talent, but not, like, getting rid of Carroll could put a team in disarray for a few years. I don't believe in the Cardinals. I think the Rams, just from being the Rams, being in LA, being just placed where they are, they always have potential to, like I've talked about this before, but like LA will always have an advantage to signing free agents and stuff. So I just feel like the Rams could always kind of figure it out now. Not the old Rams, not the Jeff Fisher Rams, but current Rams, I think they could figure it out. So if anything, probably the Rams, I would say. Yeah, probably the Rams would be our biggest hurdle in the next few years. I don't believe in Kyler Murray. I don't believe in the Cardinals. So yeah, in the NFC West, I think it's probably the Rams. But you never know. Every year I get surprised. Like this past year was really hard to judge anything or predict anything. Be out there first week of September. I hit you up, bro. Keep it up. Great work. What for what? Thank you, by the way. Maybe I should leave one day. No, Gabe, don't leave. But show my dad your Candlestick video. He loved it. He attended some pretty notable games there. That's sick, dude. Dude, I want to know, like, the second video I did, the Candlestick Part 2, didn't get nearly as many views, but, like, and way less comments. But it's funny because, like, it's such a different vibe from the first video, and me and my brother were just cracking up. And I don't know. I wish people got our humor more. Not that I'm saying our humor's above it. It's just really just specific. A's should keep the name and team history. The A's stay at the Coliseum until 2028. Vegas has really soured on the A's owner. BS. Yeah. Giants and A's game? That's cool. Gabe will probably be there. If Niners playing home that week, I'll definitely attend as well. Yeah, I don't know. Is the schedule even out? I don't know. You got the humor, Gabe. I'm glad. You're my target audience. So I was gonna show cool finds. So you know what's funny is the last live stream I did at home 2 weeks ago. I put this in the thumbnail, but I forgot to show it off. But I did get the game day pin from the championship game. Yeah, it is not. The pin kind of sucks, but at least I got it, because this great memory with my brother. You know, I teared up in the video. So I'm glad I got the pin. And then just because it was my favorite game, it was my first time actually going to a Cowboys-Niner game, I got the Sunday beatdown pin when we destroyed them. I did a video at this game as well, if you guys remember, day after my birthday. So I never gotten the game day pins before, but these two were great memories, so I had to get the game day pins. Also shout out to Stark Express for the awesome pick at the stick pin. You might have seen I showed it off on my hat for the Super Bowl, but super cool. Navarro Bowman pick at the stick. And how cool that Patrick Willis is in the Hall of Fame, huh? How awesome is that? Going to watch the Giants and Rockies playing Denver in May. I think you did mention that. Oh, I do have to go to Kansas City this year. They announced their new stadium, so I have to go see, where we won the 2014 World Series. And it sucks because I'm really angry with Kansas City right now. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go. I'm going to try to go anyways. And I'm going to try to go to my little secret trip to the East Coast in a few weeks. Trying to pick a date and check the weather and all that. I did have a chance to maybe go back to Buffalo last week. Missed out on that chance. But just to tell you guys, things are moving. I got a lot of videos in the works that should be a lot of fun. Good time. Go to sleep now. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great day tomorrow. Jeremiah, I appreciate you checking in. Thanks for chatting along and all that. And I hope it's not too cold in Connecticut right now. I don't know what the weather's like. My cousin in New York City is pretty cold, though. So I'm sure you a little further north is probably cold, I'm guessing. But yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for checking in. And like I said, abandoned baseball stadium. Stay tuned. Casey is stuck watching the Royals until September. Oh, boo-hoo. Also, on that note, though, the shooting at the parade, just how tragic, you know what I mean? Like, people just going, because I know my emotions, when I'm so happy that my team won, and I've been to so many parades. Luckily, how grateful, how blessed to have been to, I've been to 3 World Series parades. I've been to 1 Super Bowl parade. I've been to 3 Warriors parades, and the only parade in my lifetime I missed was the last Warriors parade because I got COVID at the NBA Finals. You guys might remember that. I did a video. So I just know how happy and what a good time those parades are, and to lose a loved one or to lose your own life at such a celebration is just heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, those are, as angry as I can be with the Kansas City Chiefs and talk trash, obviously, that doesn't affect the way a tragedy like that feels or anything, or deserving, you know what I mean? Like, they're people just like us. I'm talking about it like it's a whole different country or something, but you know what I mean? Like, the sports stuff doesn't come into play when it comes to my sympathy and my empathy for them. Kansas City, I have to go watch where the Royals broke my heart. 2014 wild card game, dude. That game was insane. Do you want to go with me? My brother might go too. I told him. I'm gonna try to go for just a couple days. And also, the Negro Leagues Museum is in Kansas City, which is somewhere I've been trying to go for a few years now. So let me know, Gabe, if you want to go. Why not just wait for me and I'll be the date? Oh, okay, yeah. I thought the NFC pin was dope. How I bought the pin in program. I was going to all the team stores trying to find the program because I didn't get the program. Wait, so you like this one? It feels cheap to me because it's just printed. It's not like enamel etched. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Maybe I need to look at it in a different light. I don't know. I mean, I'm still glad I got it. Definitely. I got some other cool stuff I'll show you guys in a second too. All right. Let's get to that. Super Bowl loss. What's up, Monty? Super Bowl loss still hurts. Been a Niner fan since '85. It's the worst, man. It's the worst. Dylan can remember the good times and I'll remember the bad times. Yeah, dude. Let me know seriously if you want to go. I don't have a date picked. I just need to go check off the stadium. McCaffrey fumble set the team back immediately. Yeah, that was awful. That was awful. Niners and refs kept the green in the end. All right, let me show you some other cool stuff. I got those pins. All right, you guys know, you guys were there with me, most of you. Last year, went to the Alamo Dome. Set the all-time attendance record for an NBA game. Warriors and Spurs. One last game back home in the Dome. I love that video. Even though I messed up the audio, I love that video. One of my greatest memories. I wore my Sean Kemp All-Star Game jersey because that All-Star Game was played in the Alamo Dome. I never thought I'd ever get to see an NBA game at the Alamo Dome because they hadn't played there in 20 years. And they did the one special event. We got to go. And the Alamo Dome was always just a cool place to me as a kid because the way they sectioned off the stadium for the Spurs to play there, everything about it was just different and huge, and I loved it. And so even as a kid, I always thought it was cool. Plus, back then I loved David Robinson. I loved Dennis Rodman. Sean Elliott was awesome. Avery Johnson. I loved those teams. So at the Alamo Dome was just a dream come true to be able to check that off. So because of that, I've been buying a bunch of Alamo Dome stuff. Sean Kemp is one of my favorite players of all time. Super Mayo, what up, dude? All right, so I got this on eBay, I think. You just reminded me too. Who was that? That said, Eric, you said you got the program. So I got a program also. Alamo Dome opening celebration program, May 1993, commemorative program. This was just such a cool find. It's got some stuff about them building it, all the people who got it done. There's ads for the real Alamo. There's some the history of the dome in a comic form, like goofy comic. It's just a cool, weird program. It's got this awesome picture of the Alamo Dome like model they were building to showcase how these, I forgot what they call them, the supports that go up. Really weird designed building. But yeah, this is just super cool. I was super hyped to find this. It also came with this opening celebration. It's like a self-guided map, it says. Got some cool stuff in it. Some concept art and things like that. And then it's got like this self-guided map tour thing. It says where the Spurs locker room is. Yeah. This was just super cool. I really liked that find. And to go along with it, just for funsies, right? Just for funsies, I got a ticket from April 5th, Tuesday, April 5th, 1994, 7:30 p.m. Golden State Warriors at the San Antonio Spurs at the Alamo Dome. And I got this for like less than $10. It was like super cheap. But how cool that, 19 years later, I got to go to, or not 19, 29 years later. 29 years later, I got to go to this same game, Warriors at Spurs at the Alamo Dome. Yeah, and it's got a cool picture of David Robinson on it. The Fiesta colors. Just really cool. So yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff I found, but I'm gonna not show it all on one live stream. I'll save some stuff week to week. But those are really cool finds that I'm really juiced about. And I just got some storage so I can start actually organizing this stuff. But yeah. Let me catch up here. What do you think about trading Ayuk? I don't want to trade Ayuk. But I don't want him to have an attitude either. And I don't think we need to trade him for O-line help. I think we can get O-line help without having to trade him. But if he needs to be traded and we could get like a Pro Bowl O-liner or something somehow, find another team like the Commanders who just needs to offload somebody. But I don't know. So they can pay Ayuk and Debo. It's like $50 million in wide receivers. I know. Maybe we can pull a Dodgers and just like do a 22-year deal. Cool. I'm glad you guys like those. Rather have Ayuk than Debo. I use a crisp route runner. Debo's talented, but I think he costs too much. So I like what Debo brings to the offense more than Ayuk. Ayuk obviously brings like the classic wide receiver, just a menace one-on-one, circus catches, great route runner, all that. But I feel like Debo's a game changer for sure. But I feel like Debo is more injury prone than Ayuk, and that would be the difference. But I mean I want to keep them both. I love them both. You know what I mean? I'd love to see an opening celebration program for the Oakland Coliseum and Candlestick Park, even Oracle Park. Yeah, that would be cool. I need to find something. I do have something similar I'll show next week. Remind me. There's something kind of similar that I got for those. Any bucket list stadiums, arenas you'd like to visit? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all of them. So as I said earlier, I'm trying to go to Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City because since the Giants won there in 2014. I want to try to get to Soldier Field because I know the Bears are trying super hard to get a new stadium. And I want to go to Ralph Wilson. I want to go to Ralph Wilson. I don't know if you were around, but I had a whole trip planned to Buffalo that got canceled because of the epic snowstorm 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think, or a year and a half ago, whatever. I had a whole trip planned with a whole series of Buffalo videos. I was going to go to a Bills game. They have this awesome carousel factory out there, and I love amusement park history, so that was going to be cool. So, yeah, Ralph Wilson, love to see. Ballparks, my top is Wrigley, of course, and PNC Park in Pittsburgh. That's the two I want to see the most. And then for football, like Lambeau and Soldier Field, like, I like the old ones. And then for basketball, I still haven't been to Crypto.com Arena. I've been outside of it a bunch of times, but I've never gone to a game. And I mean, basketball arenas aren't that different, so there's none that really stand out. The Madison Square Garden, of course. I've been outside that too, but I didn't go to a game. But yeah, a bunch of them, man. All of them. I want to do videos of all of them. We need to draft really good. Yeah, half of those 11 picks would be nice. Yeah, I agree with you, Mitchell. Debo's hurt a lot these days. The Niners want to win a Super Bowl. You need to improve the line. Can we have a 5th round pick? Can't, I think you mean? Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. You guys are making good points. You know what's cool about those first edition programs is seeing the sponsors, rosters, and original layouts. Yeah, dude. So, like I said, I'm going to show some of these going forward. The video I hinted at earlier when someone asked me that I got something special I'm editing, I also have a couple programs attached to that. And I will show you guys, the ads in one of these programs. So just to let you know, this program is from 1947. So some of the ads are just great. They're awesome. And a lot of cool stuff in there. And so stay tuned. That will be out. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to edit as much as I can. Just go to a WWE event with me one day. I'll go anywhere with you, Gabe. I'll go to the ends of the earth with you. Okay? Definitely need to upgrade from Ambry Thomas. Yeah, I mean he's young though. You know, he's young. Might figure it out. You know. The World Cup games. I do want to go. Absolutely want to go. But I'm sad. Not sad. So it's sort of like the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl was at Levi's Stadium in 2015. Super Bowl 50. But I didn't want to go. I didn't have a chance to go, first of all. But I didn't want to either because I don't want my first Super Bowl, if I ever get to go to a Super Bowl, I don't want it to be the place that I'm at all the time. Like, I don't want to be used to it. You know what I mean? Like, if I go to the Super Bowl, I want it to be like a whole thing. I want it to be like a city I'm not familiar with. I want to like find the events. I want to go with the crowds, and I want everything to be new and big. And if I'm just going to the same parking lot I always go to, or the same stadium, the same bathrooms, like it's just not as special. And I kind of feel like that with the World Cup. Like, I would love to see the World Cup somewhere else. At least somewhere else, like even in LA or something, it would be cool, right? But like, I think they're gonna have games in LA for that, right? The World Cup's gonna be in like 4 different cities or something that year. Or am I confusing with something else? But anyways, I do want to go, but it also will bother me that my first World Cup will be where I'm at all the time. Sent you something. What did you send me? On my phone? Ooh, Gabe. These are awesome. These are awesome. All right, Gabe just sent me something. I'm going to try to see if I can get it on the screen here. Give me a second. But yeah, so the World Cup, I don't know if I'll still have my season tickets then. I would like to. But if I do, maybe I will, maybe I'll get cheap tickets. I would definitely go. We'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, where is it at? There we go. Okay. It's throwing me off here. It's throwing me off. Dang it. All right. That's going to be hard to do. Hold on. See what you're making me do, Gabe? See what you're doing? Just a bad influence. Okay, this should work. Let's see if this works. Yes, I think it's going to work. Oh, look at that. Wait, Gabe, am I allowed to show these? You did not give me permission. I'm sorry. Been to Camden Yards. No. Camden Yards, Camden Yards changed the game on baseball stadium design, which I always appreciate. So Camden Yards is high on my list. Especially if I could somehow get a warehouse tour or whatever. Was it shopping in there or something? I just want to see the warehouse. And I want to see where they marked where Ken Griffey Jr.'s home run hit it, Also, what's that light behind you? What light? This? The lantern? My lantern? How do you not know my lantern? I talked about this. I'm so proud of this. I built this. I built this lantern post, and I even have a stagecoach that I built out of metal. It's one of the metal model kits. I put a stagecoach on my lantern post. Is that what you're talking about? Anyways, Gabe sent me this. Look at that. How cool is that? 1968 scorecard and Premier Yearbook. Man, look at the old Coliseum. Before Mount Davis. How beautiful is that? I kind of want the A's to go back to like yellow heavy more than green heavy. What do you think, Gabe? You want yellow heavy or you want green heavy? I feel like you wear green more. So that I would guess that you like the green heavy more than the yellow heavy. What do I think of the graffiti in downtown LA? On that building? I don't know much about it. Might be kind of cool to see in person, but I don't know. I have a weird relationship with graffiti because I love artists, but sometimes they take it too far. Let's go to the World Cup game in Mexico City, Guadalajara, or Monterrey. That would be sick. That's what I'm talking about. If I go to a World Cup, I want it to be I want it to be something like that. It's his mining prospector lamp, Gabe. Yeah, man. Bro, I did everything. I built this. I like the piping. It's hard to tell, obviously, but I painted it so it looks like it looks more rustic and old. I put the rope on it. I drilled so that cuz this is actually it's electric. So I drilled through the pipe so that the wiring can go through the pipe, and I got a piece of redwood for the stand. And I what's it called? Not aged it, but you know what I'm talking about. The wood. I stained the wood. I chose redwood because I'm from Redwood City, so just for funsies. Yeah, I drilled it all together. I wired it through the base and everything. Very proud of it. It was just I wanted to do arts and crafts more, so I built it. And I got that lantern on like Etsy or something, and I just wanted somewhere to display it. Yeah, I want to look there. Maybe Gabe, next time I see you, we should do a video, and we'll or you should do a video. Why? I don't need to do the video. Oh, speaking of, go watch. I shouted this out a couple weeks ago, but Gabe did tour an awesome Oakland A's collection. Probably, I mean, it's got to be top 3 greatest baseball collections on earth. He did a video recently exploring that collection. So, Richfield. That's awesome. All right, let me upload these. Also, he just sent me some more. Gabe sent me some more. I'm gonna upload them. Upload. Really like green heavy, but it looks cool with yellow too. Nat loves yellow. Yeah, I don't know. The yellow heavy back then was kind of cool. But usually I don't even like yellow, but that old like A's yellow is nice. I don't know. And I just love the old logo with the baseball. I think I saw you wearing like a hoodie with that recently on something. I might have been watching an old video. I don't remember. Sorry, I'm just joining. Do you think there's any chance the Vegas move falls apart? What's up, dude? What's up, Dirty Harry Films? I do think so. Yeah. I said that from the beginning. I think there's a good chance that the whole move falls apart. I still think that's very, very likely, in fact. I think I thought the move was going to fall apart more than Gabe thought the move was going to fall apart. Right? So he's got a lot to learn. But you never know. All right, he sent me this also. Look at that. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. Scorecard. Baltimore Orioles, Oakland A's. How sick is that? Richfield Imperial Boron. Dude, boron. I have a cool video I want to do that kind of talks about boron. Follow the Oakland A's with Richfield. When you can't get out to see the Oakland A's in person, tune into all the action at home on radio and TV as the guest of Richfield. All games on the radio. San Francisco, KNBR 680. That's crazy that hasn't changed. Sacramento, KCRA 1320. I don't think that's changed. Fresno, Monterey, Eureka, Red Bluff, Reno, Carson City, Oroville, Yuba City, Turlock. That's pretty cool. Calendar of special events. Cap Night, Bat Day, Mother's Day, Auto Industry Night, KQED Day, Teenage Swingin', Anzi's Temple Shriners, Am's Temple Shriners Night, Father's Day, Players and Sons Game, Farmer's Night, Camera Day. Wonder what Camera Day was. Sportsman's Night. Did they give everyone a rifle as they came in? Every other person gets a rifle, and every other person in between gets a target that they have to hold, and the other people shoot it. Union Night. They should bring that back. Radio TV Appreciation Night. Fly-In Day. What is Fly-In Day? Fans Appreciation Night. That's pretty cool, man. That's super cool. Teams that wear yellow. You don't like it, Mitchell? Yeah, I don't like... So, all right, on your list, I don't like the Lakers. Steelers depends on the year. Packers depends on the year. Rams, I don't like them now. there's a lot of Rams history I do like, though. I'll admit to that. And I do like their uniforms. Chiefs, I don't like anymore. Friendship over. I did like them when Alex Smith was there. And Chargers, I just feel bad for the Chargers. And I like a lot of the Chargers history. I don't like the Pacers. I never liked the Pacers, although I love Tyrese Halliburton. A's, I don't mind the A's. I like the A's. I'll root for the A's in the American League. Warriors, you know what it is. Lakers ruined the color yellow for me. Yeah, I get that. But the Lakers uniforms are way uglier than the A's uniforms. You know? Love how they did so many fan appreciation days compared to now. I know, right? All right, what's the other one? He sent me one more. 68 roster. All right, this is from text message, so it's kind of blurry, but man, I love that old logo. Manager Bob Kennedy. Coaches Joe DiMaggio. That's pretty awesome, dude. Oh, this week, new episode on Tuesday. We talk a little bit about Joe DiMaggio. Heads up. How cool is that? I like the Old English font on Oakland there. The 68 roster font kind of looks like the Raiders font. That's cool, man. I can't really read it. I do see Reggie Jackson under outfielders. Dude, that's sick. Thanks for showing me that. I like that. See, Gabe has a crazy collection too. So his buddy Rob, he showed his collection in his video, but Gabe also has an awesome collection. All right, back to this. I love how they did so many fan appreciation. Oh, yeah, I read that. Man, I wish time travel exists. I would love to have seen opening day back in 1968 at the old Coliseum pre-Mount Davis. Dude, honestly, I got to see, I think, only one A's game before Mount Davis. And I barely remember it. I was pretty young. But I got to see the Bash Brothers and stuff. But, you know, back then I wasn't paying attention to, like, the stadium to really, like, soak it in, which kind of sucks. I wish I did. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, Byron Hotel. So, yeah, I'll just give it away. I'll give it away. I'm going to try to finish this video tonight for Tuesday. Finally, long awaited Byron Hotel. It's a classic abandoned spot in the Bay Area, greater Bay Area. It's kind of outer Bay Area because it's over the mountains a little bit, into the valley. It's one of those places that's been abandoned so long that it was a rite of passage for people growing up to go check it out. I had never checked it out until I went to film this video with my cousin Steve, and you know, the thing is, when people, especially these abandoned places that are always really popular and people do a lot of videos there, most people just kind of check it out, walk around, maybe act scared or act like they heard, you know, voices or whatever. And my approach has become, at least, to be more, I like to touch on more of the history and stuff that I think a lot of the other videos don't do. So we kind of go through the history of Byron. We go to Byron, we go through the history, and it's got such cool history. And that's what sucks about, like, when people just go do videos there, because there's tons of videos there. But people go do videos there and it's just kind of like, oh, look at this creepy place. Look at all the graffiti. Look at all this. But it's like the history there is awesome and you didn't even touch on it. You don't even know about it. Like, so that's why my approach, I try to do it different and add more substance is kind of my idea. And because the history makes it so much cooler to me. When I'm just like, if I was just walking through an abandoned building, like, oh, it looks cool. Like, aesthetically, it looks cool. But it's way cooler when I know that Joe DiMaggio was walking around there. You know? It's way cooler when I know that Charlie Chaplin was walking through there. And that's the kind of history that you got at the Byron Hotel. Byron Hot Springs Hotel. So we're going to talk about that history. We're going to go check it out. We have some crazy finds that we find there. One of the things is, it might not make the video, so if it doesn't, I will talk about it in depth on a live stream more. But it's a place that has always been rumored where there is angry property owners, and if you go try to check it out, they might take shots at you. That's what I was told. Someone told me, yeah, we went one time and they started shooting at us. That's what I was told. And some interesting stuff happens. Some of it might not make the video, so I'll have to do a members only video with the cutout footage, and I will talk about it on a live stream. But that's what's coming up. Byron Hotel. I've been teasing it forever, but our first international video will be right after that. And let me do a poll. Remember, we can do a poll? I totally forgot. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. All right, Gabe, you might like this one. Here's a poll. Everyone go vote. Go vote. Should I do a video at Oakland A's Fans Fest? I told Gabe earlier that I am conflicted a little bit because I'm not an A's fan, right? And I always tried to, when I was doing my videos with the A's last season and doing the reverse boycott and the Unite the Bay, all that, I never wanted to step on any toes. I never wanted to make it about me, and that can be difficult to do, doing the videos I do, right? Like, it can be difficult to not insert myself in some way. So I don't know if I should go to Fans Fest. I don't know, but Gabe has kind of given me the green light a little bit. You can verify or not. Gabe is kind of giving me the green light, but I still, I'm still not sure. Right now, yes is winning 82%. I'll have to try to get the day off work, but there's also Giants Fan Fest, which I am going to, but I don't know if I should do a video there or if I should do a live stream or just go enjoy it. I don't know, because I've done multiple Fan Fest videos. But what I was thinking about doing is, no matter what, I will be at Giants Fan Fest. And someone was kind enough to gift me a ticket, because it's ticketed now. It didn't used to be. You used to be able to walk right up, and now it's ticketed. I missed out on the tickets, forgot to get them, and someone was kind enough to send me a ticket. Saved my rear end, right? So I will definitely be at Giants Fan Fest, and if you see me there, I will have some goodies to give away. I think I showed you guys. I don't know. I have some pins and some stickers or something. Not stickers, patches that I'll give away at Giants Fan Fest. Maybe I'll do a special one for the Navarro Bowman. If people are into that. I don't know. We'll see. But you may notice also the Oakland A's one is called Fans Fest instead of Fan Fest. And that is because the ownership are awful, right? A's owners are awful. Okay? The upper management, the ownership, they're absolutely awful. Okay? So because of that, the Oakland fan base has to throw their own shindig. And so that's why it's called Fans Fest. It's for the fans. And yeah. So, all right, 83% says yes. 83%. That's a pretty good percentage. I will try to get the day off then and go. But yeah, so the A's have to do it on their own, which I think is cool because like it makes John Fisher and all of them look even stupider, you know? So I love it. So I would definitely like to go. I guess I will try to go. You guys voted, I will try to go. Sabonis, best player in the Pacific. Whoa. Lakers arms ruined purple for me, but King saved it. Sabonis definitely a beast. Sabonis is a beast. I don't know. Best player in the Pacific is that's a hot take. Keegan Murray could be more consistent. Watch out, dude. You've been talking up Keegan Murray for years now. Have you ever tried visiting Drawbridge? I know you can't really get to it because of the Martian tides. Can you or can't you, though? Yes, Drawbridge. Drawbridge has been on my radar for a long time, and it's not too far from me. And I don't want to say too much about it, but absolutely is it right up my alley. I'll just put it that way. I'll put it that way. I didn't give you a green light. You kind of did, dude. You called me and said, "Hey, are you going?" Because you could help film, either me or you film. So you kind of did. I take that as a green light, a green and yellow light. What's up? I'm still sad over last week. What's up, Jake? Yeah, we were talking about it earlier, man. I'll never get over it. Never, ever. Didn't Levi's own a part of the A's at one point? I don't know. Did they? Very, very possible. It sounds like something. Probably true. You should come have fun. Just come have fun, just not film. I feel like the 49ers are officially cursed. The new curse of the Bambino. Ah, man. We're not cursed. We'll get over it. Let's believe. But yeah, it feels like that. It definitely feels like that. You definitely should. It's a celebration of Oakland sports. Plus, the Roots will be there. And I am a partial owner of the Roots. So, also, did you guys see that the Oakland Ballers, they're playing at Raimondi Field instead of Laney College now? They're going to redo the field. That field has a lot of cool history, which has me amped because now when I go do an Oakland Ballers video, I get to talk about a little more history, which, I like. I feel like the 49ers, I read that. Jake, I'm still depressed. Yeah. Yes, do A's Fans Fest. All right. I'll try. I will try. I'll have to get the day off, but I can try. The old Dumbarton Railroad Bridge would be pretty cool too. Dude, you're flying too close to the sun right now, my friend. Too close to the sun. I've been out there. I did there's a video on my channel from years ago where me and some buddies went and I filmed a music video for them. We went out towards the bridge. We didn't get all the way to it, but that's another story I've wanted to tell for a very long time. And there was something I did. Last year to get ready for videos such as the two you just talked about. It's something I still am trying to do, and it's been on my mind heavy lately, but I'm trying to kind of wait out the storms and the bad weather. Raiders winning the Super Bowl in the outfield in 2026. No, they're not. Come on. The Raiders are definitely in an upswing, though. I'll give you that. Raiders are in an upswing. I think you guys are going to be a lot better going forward as long as Mark Davis gets out of his own way. I think you guys will be much better, which is going to be insufferable listening to the, Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas. You can cheat on me and I'll still take you back, Raiders fans. Dumbarton Railroad would be awesome. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I got some ideas. Trust me. Raiders ain't having a winning season until after 2026 at best. We'll see. I think they're on an upswing. Chargers and Broncos are coming up before Raiders. Chargers potentially. I feel like the Broncos are about to eventually collapse. I know they had a great second half. I just don't believe in them. I don't believe in the Broncos at all. I could be wrong. We'll see. I definitely do think AFC West is going to be a tough division. I think it's going to be a tough division going forward. So I'm not a spy, just a big history nerd. Yeah, man, you're talking about a lot of the things that's I've been kicking around. There's some other, if you like those as well, there's some other ones that I'm trying to do along those lines. Very similar kind of stuff. A lot of like cool hidden history in the Bay Area, because in the Bay Area, like there's always kind of the well-known places. There's like the preserved well-known places, like the super famous ones, and then there was always like the ones that locals knew, like the classic abandoned places. Like I did the video at the Bayshore Roundhouse, right? Like anyone that knows urban exploring or like some stuff in the Bay Area, like they'll know, have seen at least the Bayshore Roundhouse or like the old silos I did a video at. And so many of those places are going away, but there's a lot of that hidden history that people don't know about that is still kind of lurking. And those are the places I'm like trying to find right now and trying to set aside time to go film. We did another just to, I hate that I always have to like hype up stuff I've already done because like I work so much and it's so hard for me to finish editing and I'm always super far behind. So I hate that I'm constantly having to say like, oh yeah, I already did it. It's coming soon. But that's just the reality until, you know, maybe one day this channel or my other things will work and then I won't have to work 12-hour days, you know, more than half the week. But anyways, I did another video. If you like Drawbridge, I did another video. We filmed it a few months ago of another place similar to that in the Bay Area that very few people know about. I'm really excited to share this history. It was a really cool place, and that'll be out. I don't know. It'll be out when I can get to editing. Diosa Diaz, what's up? Dude, you don't have to apologize, dude. You have no obligation to jump into my live stream. I appreciate you showing up, though. Thank you. Alameda Rail Yard that got turned into a park. I walked it the other day. It's cool how that got repurposed. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. That's one thing I regret is like Alameda and Mare Island. I didn't go film more stuff before they really started like, you know, redoing everything, tearing things down and all that. Yeah, a lot of that stuff was torn down like before I even was filming my channel, so it's not like, you know, I couldn't help it, but still. But yeah, so I do have some really cool like local history, and I know those videos will get 200 views, you know what I mean? Like but it's what makes me happy. Like those videos are my favorite. As much as I love like the more popular sports ones, the hidden history stuff and things like that are definitely my favorite videos. So I like when, even if there's only a few of us enjoy it. That's super cool. I'll show this. I don't know where it is, otherwise I'd show it now. I got a book about some hidden local history. I found an awesome book. I'll try to remember to show that off on one of these live streams. Dang it, I don't know where it went. Oh, like here's one of the patches, by the way. I'll have some of these on me at Giants Fan Fest. And if you see me, just say, hey, I want a patch, and I'll give you a patch. Okay? If anyone happens to go, you know, or happens to see me or even know what I look like, you know? Yeah, anyways, a lot of awesome hidden history like that, that I definitely want to showcase, so. FNC Championship game edit was fantastic. Thanks, Mitchell. You know, I already talked about this, I think, but I do regret that I didn't film more the first half. And it wasn't because we were losing. It was just because, like, I used to get really stressed out filming the games, like, trying to capture everything. So now I try to, like, kind of wait out the first half and really start filming the second half. So there's just not so much footage to go through. Because, like, there's been games I filmed and I have, like, 4 to 5 hours of footage that I have to now go through. So, you know, I just try to, like, put the camera away and enjoy the first half. But I should have had more in the first half to really show what that comeback felt like. That's my only regret of that video. I do love it, though. Same with the Central Valley. A lot of hidden gems that many people bypass. Yep. Not even knowing stuff we see every day but don't pay attention to. There's a lot of rich stuff in it. Absolutely. I still got some stuff in the Central Valley that there's literally stuff that I drove by and I looked and I pulled over and I took a picture of and then I like wrote down like the address. I still have a ton of stuff from like the Central Valley just from driving through there. And I've done some stuff like I don't know if you ever saw the Allensworth video I did. One of my favorite videos. I swear to God, like since I've done that video, I've talked about that place with dozens and dozens of people, and I don't think a single one has ever heard of it. Not a single one. And that place is awesome. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. And that's kind of that leads me to this last thing. I was talking about finding purpose. Like I just love being able to do stuff like that. Like it gives me purpose, man. And like I don't know. I wish everybody could feel how I feel when I put out a video I'm proud of. And I'm sure a lot of people do and probably feel better ways, because people look, it's just a video, right? I'm not saving lives. But it's like I found something that I feel, even if it's a stupid video, like it still adds something to the world, especially because I'm not like just trying to like get famous or whatever. Like, you know, people just put out nonsense videos just because it's either clickbait or it's shareable, it's viral because it's stupid and silly and do pranks or whatever it may be. Like I'm just happy that I found like something that makes me so happy to be able to like show history or like a moment. And the sports ones, for example, like the Niner game, like and I'm really totally making this up in my head, so I could be wrong, but like I imagine myself as someone who I didn't used to get to go to a lot of games. My mom would try to take me, like she took me to games growing up and stuff. But as I said in the Candlestick video, like we would get nosebleed seats. We'd be right up against the back concrete of Candlestick. Like the players looked like ants to me every game. I didn't care. I didn't care at all. But then you meet other kids or even adults and they get to do like all that stuff and it's like normal to them. Like I remember it was like dream come true to go to the 2014 World Series. Went to game 4. I got 2 tickets. Me and Cole went. And that Christmas there's some extended family that's very, very privileged, right? This extended family, not blood related, just extended, right? I was so excited because they were Giants fans. I was so excited to be like, because this was like Christmas, so it's a couple months later, right? I'm like, I went to the World Series. Like, oh, it was a dream come true. Like, I was so happy to share that. And then they were just like, their dad actually was like, because they're younger than me. They're like, I used to like, I didn't babysit them, but like kind of that situation. Three kids, right? 2 of them were baseball fans. Their dad was like, oh yeah, you know, I got them their favorite normal seats. They always got to get the same seats, which is like right down the third baseline, like first row, like right by where the old bullpen was. So it's like they kind of just like, they weren't even like excited about it, right? They were just like, yeah, that's what we do. And I'm just like, I'm over here. I can't even stop talking about how excited I am that I went to the World Series, right? So I imagine someone like me not being able to go to the NFC Championship game and then being able to watch that video and kind of feel like they're hanging out with me and my brother and everyone around us, right? I don't know if that's crazy. That could be entirely crazy. I'm open to that. But that's the way I feel about it. And I wish when I can't go to games, I couldn't go to games, or before YouTube, I wish I would have had videos like that. And that's what makes me so proud and feels like I have a purpose. Where even if it's just a couple people, right? Just a couple people, I just get to feel like I accomplished something, which I didn't have for decades in my life. And I just wish everybody could find, even if it's doing silly videos like me, right? I wish everyone could find that purpose. And a lot of people do, obviously. Tons of people do. Because if everybody finds purpose, then people are doing more important things than I'm doing. they're curing diseases or helping people, making systemic changes that help people. People a lot smarter and clever than I am can do some amazing things for people if they find their purpose. And yeah, I kind of feel like I found mine, even though obviously my channel is not huge. It's just, I don't know. It just feels really good. Feels really good. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Because I know a lot of people who haven't found any kind of purpose. And I've tried to help people find purpose. It doesn't always work, but it's just a good feeling. If you haven't found your purpose, I think you should try. And obviously your purpose is not bestowed upon you by the universe. It's just what you feel. It's like once you find a groove, you feel it. You're just like, oh, this is what makes me happy. This is what I was supposed to do. And this helps someone or something, I don't know. Look, I'm wild. I'm crazy, okay? I'm out there with my thoughts, but this is how I feel about things. We don't have a ton to check out. Sorry, I'll catch up with what's going on here. We don't have a ton to check out here as far as unique places with history that wasn't repurposed. Parker, where do you live at? For some reason, just based on seeing you around, I felt like you were like up in like the Sacramento area or something. Am I wrong? Or like somewhere Fresno, something like that. For some reason, I was thinking. Are you further than that? I'm a history nut, so love it when you drop a history video like the Byron Hotel. I didn't know it existed, so I'm pumped to see it. Appreciate you, Josie. Like, just a comment like that, it uplifts me. It uplifts me. So I appreciate that. And the Byron Hotel is super cool. I hope you enjoy the video. It'll be out Tuesday. I just don't like YouTube. I have tons of content I don't post on YouTube. Policies suck. I have tons of videos from early 2000s regarding a police brutality I shot that changed my life. Dude, there's got to be a way for you to do that. You can do a documentary or something. There's ways for you to get around their policies. You know what I mean? There's another place to post videos without worrying about the BS. Yeah, there's some other places. Loved your Castle Air Force Base video too. Visit quite often. I fly. Whoa, really? And flown and landed there. No way. Dope seeing these massive runways, knowing so many aircraft ops. Dude, that's super cool. What do you fly? Your vids are great, dude. It's got everything I like. History, sports, Niners, Giants. Keep it up. Thank you, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, I'm doing silly videos. This guy's a pilot. People are doing incredible things out there, man. And if you feel like you're missing something, find something. I'm telling you, explore life. If you can't explore the world, explore knowledge. That's kind of my point. Explore different hobbies, different passions. Like, I'm telling you, because I was a very bitter, upset individual for years and years until I found something where it's like, oh, I'm not just a waste of space. I'm not just a consumer, just, eating and using resources. Like, I'm actually contributing in a way. And again, I'm not overly like putting myself on a pedestal. It's just silly videos, right? I'm not changing the world at all, but it's something I can feel proud of. And I think everybody should do that. Cause then you got people like Eric here who fly freaking planes, right? Like, bro, I'm telling you guys, explore life, man. You shoot videos that people don't know the history of the area. You get to show that off, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, man, I try, man. Thank you. Santa Rosa, okay. Dude, there's some cool stuff up there, bro. There's some cool stuff. I'll send you, there's some cool stuff up there. I'm a student pilot flying Pipers and Cessnas, trying to be an airline pilot. Dude, that is so cool. I'm so scared of those small planes, though. Dude, I wanted to do a video. I haven't done it yet, but I wanted to do a video of one of those like those little seaplanes you can basically pay for like a tour of San Francisco. They go like over the bridges and stuff like that. I think it's like a hour-long tour. You just kind of loop around. I wanted to do a video doing that. Some buddies also were thinking about doing it, so that would be super cool. You might like, I don't know if you ever saw it. This was years ago. But I did a video on a I don't remember the year. like a 1930s Ford Tri-Motor. My brother Jet, the boy himself, he was an actual boy back then. He was tiny, little kid. We got to, it was like special event tickets out of the Hiller Airport in San Mateo, or San Carlos is actually the city it's in. Out of San Carlos, it was like a 25-minute flight, I think, and it was like $70 for the tickets. Totally worth it. And it's got literally one of my favorite moments in the entire history of my channel. I think I've said this before. One of my favorite moments in all the hours and hours and hours of things I've filmed. There's a moment I'm filming Jet, my little brother, the boy himself, right? The boy wonder, huh? I'm filming him, the windows behind him, as the plane is speeding up to take off, where we start flying down the runway. And as we start to feel us lift, you know, Jet's like trying to play it cool, you know? He's like sitting there. He's trying to play it cool. I mean, Jet was, how old was he? I don't know, 11, 12, I want to say. Maybe less. No, probably 11, 12. He's trying to kind of just play it cool, just enjoy the ride. And he can't help but start to smirk. And it's just a little like a little one of those. And it's just pure joy that he can't contain. And dude, I love my brother so much that like that little moment of him having this joy that he can't contain, because we're feeling this 100-year-old plane almost flying down the runway about to take off. That's one of my favorite moments in anything I've ever filmed. It's the best. It's the best. So yeah, if you're a pilot, you might like that episode. My videos were much different back then, but it's still an incredible moment. Well, problem is people steal videos and re-upload. Otherwise, it would cost $400 to enforce copyright. Yeah, that's always a risk. Your videos are dope. Makes me feel like I'm one of the homies tagging along with you. Thank you, man. That's exactly what I'm going for. And facts about exploring hobbies, for sure. This is the thing, man. Like, so when I first started this channel, I wasn't even going to be in the videos. All right, Gabe. Sweet dreams, my friend. Hopefully I see you on Saturday. I will try. When I started the channel, I wasn't going to be in the videos. And then that was kind of, I couldn't find a host. I wanted to just produce it. I didn't want to be in it. I've never been like fame hungry or anything like that, but I kind of forced myself. But one of the things I thought was like, all right, what can I do to show places that is different than other videos that do it? And, you know, one of the things that's different is just me and my brother or whoever. We have our own sense of humor and this and that. I'm like, all right, well, like they always say, everyone's unique. Be yourself. That's the best thing you can be. And I was like, all right, we're the only ones of us. So I want to make it like people are hanging out with us. I don't want to make it about us. Like, it's still every video, whatever we're doing, whatever location we're at, that's the star of the show. But I want it to feel like we're friends, like we're hanging out, and that I'm showing you guys this stuff, and it's not about me, it's about this place, but I'm kind of just the vessel through it. And that's, so hearing that means a lot, man. Thank you. The Tri-Motor, I got to fly in it too out of the airport. I'm doing flight lessons at. It's an awesome airplane. That's sick, dude. Yeah, this company, I don't know if it's the same, but they have two of them that would travel. They would like kind of rotate around the country. I think they're based out of Kansas City, I want to say. Somewhere in Missouri. But I don't know if they've done it since COVID, but I would love to do it again. But if you ever have some free time, you want to go check out that video, it's on the channel way back. How many bros you got? I got 2. Awesome, man. I've checked out the video. Yeah, so I got, Cole, who I started the channel with, the one with me at the NFC Championship game, and then the boy himself, Jet. The one who looks like straight out of the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. And we're all, my family is all splintered, so we have different parents, all of us. But me and Cole have the same dad. Me and Jet have the same mom. And I have a sister, Amanda, as well. She's the mother of my wonderful niece that was on the live stream with me, and she was in an episode. She was in some vlogs I did years back, and then I have another sister, Jessica, that passed away when we were kids. If you ever see this tattoo, it has Jessica's name. She was my best friend when we were kids, and unfortunately passed away. Yeah. There was one other thing I was gonna say before I wrap this up. I'm happy I get to do stuff with my brothers and my cousin Steve, and my friends that go with me. I could definitely be trying to just collaborate with other YouTubers or whatever, but I've always liked the idea of doing things in house and like being with family, and friends, and kind of make friends and family out of people that watch the videos and stuff too. So, that's always cool to me. And, doing my videos, it's kind of like a timestamp, I guess. They're not like, my videos have never been, I never called them vlogs. Like other people will call them vlogs. I don't consider them vlogs because they're out of order. Sometimes I don't put out videos for a year, right? Like it's more of a documentation of this location or this place or this event. Obviously the sports ones I try to have out as soon as possible, but like, other ones I've literally taken a year to put out. Like it's not a vlog. It's not my daily life. It's not a day in the life thing. It's different than that to me. It's more of like a mini documentary on a place. And that makes me happy too. So it's super cool, man. Like I urge you guys, like, even if you don't have to have a channel or do videos, but like take pictures and take videos with people that you love and you care about. Because I promise you, some days when I'm feeling down, like it's cool to be able to go to my channel and see like moments I've shared with people, and I know one day I'll be gone, and hopefully they can go back and watch those videos and remember those moments and stuff like that. So I always felt like I always like taking pictures, like when I go places. I always like taking pictures with like me in it or who I'm with in it or all of us in it more than anything. And I remember some people would say, not about me, but they're just talking about in general, like, is that egotistical? Is that arrogant or whatever? But like, to me, it's not. It's because I want to remember that. Like, say if you go to the Grand Canyon, like I can Google a million Grand Canyon photos, but I can't Google a picture of me at the Grand Canyon unless I take it. You know what I mean? Or if I'm with family, like I can't Google a picture of them there. I mean, maybe AI will will have us be able to do that, but we can't. So like, I like taking pictures of people I'm with or myself or all of us together when I go do things, or videos too. And so my channel is kind of an extension of that. So it's cool to be able to go back and watch that. So I urge you, when you go do things with your family and your friends, take pictures. Even if it's just for you, you know what I mean? Who's in the shower? What does that mean? Can you hear the rain? Is that what it is? Don't tell me you can hear the rain. That's so quiet. It's way over there. I don't know. What's up, Rob? I'm definitely going to Giants games. Absolutely. And I'll be at FanFest. Hey, Seuss, what up, dude? Don't start. It's remember the place you've been. Yeah. Okay, yeah, if you're not in it, you can still do that, but I don't know. I like the picture of people I love and stuff in the pictures, you know what I mean? I don't know. Mitchell, I really want to know, what do you mean? Like, who? I swear, if that's because of the rain, that's crazy. This new mic is wild. Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard out there, actually. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Like, honestly, being able to hang out and just talk. I still want to do guests and stuff. I know we talked about that for a while. I just have to sit down and set up like the Streamlab or whatever. But I appreciate you guys checking in, and I like doing show and tell and showing cool things off. You know, that's always fun. I like that there's people that appreciate things like that, like I do. Byron Hotel video, unless something happens, you know, like the championship game video, I had a bunch of delays with rendering issues, but if nothing goes wrong, Byron Hotel video will be out Tuesday. Our first international video will be out the week after. A lot of cool stuff coming up, man. Funeral museum, a prison museum, a classic fort that changed the entire West. It changed California history. A ghost town that not a lot of people know about. An abandoned baseball stadium. Cold War history hidden in plain sight in the Bay Area. An abandoned mine. I don't even know if I told you guys about that one. An abandoned gold mine. Yeah, I got some cool stuff. All right. And this is stuff that's already been filmed. This is not even the stuff that I'm trying to fly to DC to film and try to fly to Kansas City to film. Right. So, like, I want you guys to know I am editing pretty much every day. There's very few days I take off completely. Like, some days I may only edit for, 45 minutes or something. But I promise you guys, I work on my channel every single day. And I know that might sound crazy because it's like, you don't even put out that many videos. Bro, these videos take forever. You know how long I was editing that candlestick video, man? I was editing that candlestick video for like 3 months. All the old footage I had to go find. The graphics I put on it. Like, I've been doing the glitchy like TV effect on the footage lately. I've kind of enjoyed that. I'm gonna tighten it up. I think I did it a little too much. It's a little crazy, but I'm all that stuff takes a long time, right? So I promise you guys, I'm working so hard. I wish I could do this full time because then I could do a video at least a video a week. It's just not feasible because I work 12-hour days for 4 days out of the week. Or I'm gone for 12 hours, 4 days of the week, pretty much. Yeah, dude, that's crazy, Mitchell. The water is literally like my door. I have my door open just because it gets hot in here when I'm doing the live stream because I'm over here fucking, sorry, I almost cussed. I'm over here blowing hot air everywhere. The door is literally like 25 feet away and there's a deck and all that. So it's like, I don't know how you can hear that. That is wild. This new mic is crazy. Hopefully my job cancels tomorrow with the downpour. I hope so. For your sake, Parker, I hope there's no work tomorrow. I hope you get, it is a holiday. Hope you get the day off. Can you get Brock Purdy on the channel? Maybe. We'll try. The mic is good. That's crazy, dude. Josie, I'm glad you got your eyes up. Like the fact you're underground. I want you to blow up on YouTube since you're 9 to 5. You're definitely inspiring, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. Like, look, the videos and the way I do them, like I just said, I don't know if it could ever be a full-time job just because I don't pump out content, which is what you need to, like, unless I got some crazy sponsorship. But I don't think that's going to happen. So that's why I'm starting other things. I've teased it before. Working on a book. Oh, all right, since you guys are sticking around to the very end here, right? I'll give you the exclusive. I've hinted at it before, but I will tell you right now. My first series of enamel pins is being designed right now. I'm going to do series of pins, limited edition, based on things I filmed, things I've gone to. The first series is being designed right now. I've already put the money up. Awesome, cool, fun pins, collectible pins. I'm branching out. I'm trying all different kinds of things. See, what works. Yeah, Streamlabs, I did look it up. I think it was you that told me about it, Mitchell. I've looked it up. I created an account. I just got to get it going. Bay has a lot to offer. Finding and learning new oddities in your areas is cool. I'm lucky that the Bay is so rich with stuff. Just stuff, right? But I'm going to get out of here too. Like I said, DC, Kansas City, I'm trying to go. I got to go back to San Diego relatively soon, hopefully. A lot of stuff planned. As a Hawks fan, I do think y'all will get that 6th ring. What's up, Rye Guy, by the way? I mean, I sure hope so. I hope that bums you out for a couple days, and then otherwise, I hope you're good. Hey, you guys have it over us. We have obviously way more rings, but you guys can hold it over us that you kind of kicked us down when we had an upswing. We started to build a legacy. You guys came in and swatted us down and won a ring. So, you can hold that over us until we get that next ring. Got the day off. I'm going to watch the Daytona 500. That's tomorrow. I haven't watched NASCAR in years. Maybe I'll tune in because that All-Star game today was weak. But Steph Curry versus Sabrina was awesome. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. And I kind of want to get the Sabrina ones. Hold on, before I leave. Sorry, I keep delaying, but look at this. I have them up because I was thinking about buying these. The Sabrina ones are sick. Yeah, I like these. I'll get them for like working out or something. I'm starting a meal prep once again next week because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm in the worst shape of my life. So I might get a pair of these to like work out in. She won me over with these in the 3-point contest. And I forgot what player. Some player was wearing them and I really liked them. So I don't like any modern basketball shoes for fashion, but I do like them for like working out. So yeah, I might grab a pair. So that was cool, but the All-Star game is it's a joke now. I just don't. It's not even fun watching. Forget. Did you go to the Super Bowl? I did not go to the Super Bowl. Did not. No, it's physical printed tickets. They were literally keepsakes. Yeah, I don't know if you ever saw this, Eric. Hold on. I have the ticket to my very first NFL game right here. Niners versus Ravens. Niners versus Ravens. This is the first year of the Ravens. The Browns had just packed up, moved to Baltimore. Steve Young was injured, so Elvis Gerbach played. For the longest time, I thought Steve Young played, so I used to say that Steve Young played the first game I went to, but it wasn't. It was Elvis Gerbach. He threw a touchdown to Jerry Rice. I forgot. I can't remember. There was a lineman. He stripped the ball and he got the touchdown. He stripped it and recovered it. Really cool game. I found the highlights. I put a few of them in my candlestick video, but I still have the physical ticket right here. I keep it right next to me. But Steve Young did quarterback the second game I went to, and that's why I got confused. Because she's a duck. Absolutely. Oh, it got rained out today. That's crazy. Sure, you guys had the dynasty in the 80s and 90s. We sure did. Quality over quantity. Thank you, bro. That's what I'm going for, or what I have to go for. What size shoe are you? I know it's a weird question. I'm looking to get rid of some pairs. Depends on the shoes, honestly. I wear different shoes differently, but 10 usually. There's some shoes I want them tighter. I'll go down to 9.5s, but I can't wear them too long or my feet will start to ache. And then other shoes, I like them like a 10.5, but usually a 10. Just don't post StreamYard's invite links publicly or you get tons backstage. Get what backstage? All-Star Game is just an exhibition. Yeah, StreamYard's not Streamlabs. Okay. Don't paper tickets still exist? I think you can get like you can go ask some places. You can go ask them to print them, but not all places do it. So, dang, you're a 14, bro. Relax. First of all, hey, Parker, calm down. All right, you knock it off right now. Size 14. Some sites offer PDF tickets you can print. Yeah, most like the Niners tickets are all mobile entry. But yeah, there's some places I know if you go to like either guest services or the box office, something like that, they will print you. They will print you like a commemorative one, something like that. I've never done it though because I'm usually just too like on game days, I'm like, we got to get to the game and watch it. And I hate lines. So when I'm like stressed out about a game, I'm definitely not trying to wait in line. Like I said, I never even used to get food at football games. I only get food now because I have the member inclusive meal, so there's like no lines. That's the only reason. I think a lot of teams have gotten rid of physical tickets. Yeah. But I have my first one, and I have this Alamo Dome physical ticket. Warriors at Spurs. I'm super juiced about these, man. I'm super juiced about these. I should have put these in the thumbnail. All right. I've yapped long enough. You know, who ordered the yappuccino? You know? I think a lot of teams doing the same. Can't enjoy food games. Yeah, dude. I like try not to even leave my seat. I don't want to miss anything. No, I didn't. It was mobile tickets for Farewell Candlestick. I do have them printed out somewhere though, because this was when you had to print them out. So I have the papers. I printed them. That's it. Damn, since 8th grade? Parker, relax, okay? Hey. Cut it out, okay? With your size 14s. Backstage is where people will wait to come on StreamYards. Okay, I don't know what that means. I have to look into that. I'm going to try to do that, though, have some guests. Like Gabe before he left. I think he'd be a good guest. Any of you guys, too. Whoever wants to be on, I'll do it someday. Maybe I'll work on that this week. I'll try. I'm trying to finish this Byron video, though. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. This was fun. Niners will be back. Okay. I believe. Okay. I believe. It's not over. Okay. It hurts and it feels like the end of the world. It's not over. Okay. It's not over. If I put it on and play, I would. Break the curse. Yeah, I'll talk to Gabe. He'll probably do it. But yeah, all right. You guys have a good one. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch that Candlestick Part 2. It was a good time. Real good time. Other than that, appreciate you guys. Byron Hotel video on Tuesday. And then I got a few more that should come out relatively short intervals. It won't be such a long wait because some of these I've been editing for a very long time. So they're all kind of almost ready. So we'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Dubs. Oh, Warriors. My prediction is that we have like a 700 winning percentage for the second half of the year. And we get a good playoff spot and we make a decent run. I don't think we'll win it all. I hope we do. I will be rooting as if we do. But I really feel like the Warriors are going to make a nice little playoff push. That's what I feel. Okay, Giants, I will be there for the games. Go Giants. We've made a lot of cool moves. I should have talked about that. I'll talk about that next week since they did report. And we're getting some Pandas back. Come on, Pandas back. All right, I got to shut up now. Have a good one. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Vertlife.